So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions. I am your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by my other gracious co-host, Jay Random. And we are here to entertain you today. What's going on, Jay Random?
What's up, everybody? Yo, I'm good, cousin. You know how we do.
Yes,
Good,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
It's Wednesday. Tomorrow is the big day, aka the end game.
Yes.
So I can't wait for that to come out.
Oh yeah, Avengers Endgame. So if any of you are comic book fans out there, then be ready. It's about to be something else.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
3
I'm
hours,
telling you,
right? It's like 3 hours and what is it? 3 hours and 21 minutes?
Yeah, the movie's gonna be 3 hours and some change probably, but I'm telling you, real talk, that this is gonna be the hype of the decade. A lot of people are gonna be talking about this for years to come.
Hype of the decade?
Yes.
But that's real. All right, then. Well, you know what? Guess what? The good thing about it that we're both gonna see it different. You're gonna see it where you're at in what, VA, and I'm gonna see it in Connecticut.
No, I'm not seeing it in Virginia.
Where you seeing it at?
Undisclosed location, sir. Undisclosed location.
Yo, son, you do understand by the time they hear this show, we already gonna see the movie. You do know that, right? No one's checking. No one's checking for Jay Stokes and Jay Random. Not now.
Oh well, who cares?
Well,
anyways,
listen, I'm gonna be up in Connecticut. Y'all looking for me? Come find me.
Yeah, he gonna be at 422
Chester Lane. That's where we at. 422 Chester Lane.
Sorry, I zoned out. I zoned out a little bit earlier because I got a text message from someone saying they were gonna meet me at 9:45. I'm like, yo, I just told you not to come to my apartment, and now you saying, oh, I'm gonna meet you at 9:45. Like, don't you hate that when you tell someone do not come here,
yeah,
and they're like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna be there by this. Like, you're coming to my property. Well, not technically, it's really the landlord's property, but you know what I mean. You coming to my dwelling, and you're telling me I'm gonna be there, and I'm telling you don't come.
You know why, right, son? Because what they coming for, they need. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But my thing is this: you don't need it that bad.
No, you don't.
But you know what happened is? This probably what happened. The sad part is we're giving like side conversations on the radio show. But let me tell you what happened. I think this person probably said they had what they don't have, and they're gonna give it to someone else tonight. And now they gotta come back and be like, oh yeah, it's in my storage room. Like, you liar, you never had it.
Yeah. The way you talking though, cause like
that's what it sound like to me.
Yeah, but people on the other side listening to the show probably like, what are you talking about?
Listen,
like, I'm listening to you right now, just like I don't know what you're talking. Like, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know how to explain it to the audience. We speaking in code. We're supposed to be entertaining people, educating people.
Yeah, you know why? Because we're not letting them know what the heck we're talking about. So on that note, let's do the show. Then let's have our side gig. Our side conversation. See, that's that random stuff right there.
Yeah, hit that random button one time.
Hit that random button.
Anyways, I want to start off on a somber note before we get into the more juicy topics. There was a series of bombings that happened in Sri Lanka over the weekend during Easter. And it was about, the count now says over 350 something people have perished.
Wow, that's sad.
No, 321. Sorry, 321. Yeah, still a lot. And these were suicide bombings that were taking place in Sri Lanka in churches, hotels, and other sites by people who are being described as Islamic fundamentalists. And so, what I want to say to everybody out there is, not all Muslims or Islamic people are terrible people. You have radicals that exist in any religious group or any cult or any group of people. And the people that are carrying out these bombings are extremists, and they really, truly believe hard in their belief system, and they want to terrorize others. Now, I will say this though: when the bombings happened, I was telling someone, I said, this seems like it's retaliation for that shooting that happened in New Zealand last month.
You may be right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was a guy, as a white supremacist that shot and killed, I think, about 50 people in 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand last month. And so I believe that these attacks, because that was in mosque, so it was a white extremist who was Christian, most likely, that carried out an attack on people who are Muslim. So these suicide bombings that happened in Sri Lanka were happening with people who were predominantly Christian. So it was a retaliation. And I just look at it as, you see, when one person has violent tendencies, another person's going to respond with violence. And that's how it just seems the world is right now.
No, you're right. You're so right. And that's the problem. And that's the scary part too. And that's why when you think about it, a lot of Aryan nations, that's how they try to start their war in so many ways. They kill a black person hoping that we're gonna get up in arms and retaliate. And for some reason we never seem to retaliate. So the holy war never seems to. Say that again?
We're on too much of a forgiveness tip. We always forgive.
Exactly. So their holy war never works because we're always like, you know what? We're going to forgive you because Jesus loves you. And they be like, whoa, Jesus, what? Come on. I ain't saying the eye for an eye, and I'm not trying to say let's start a war, but nah, man, I ain't forgiving. No, I'm not forgiving you.
You got to stand up for your principles and your morals.
Exactly. You really
speaking
do.
Speaking of Jesus.
What Jesus do now?
Speaking of
Jesus take the will?
Did
Jesus take the will? What Jesus
I wish he did. Because this Sunday I was asked to come to a church service at a mega church. I said, oh goodness, here we go.
Easter.
Yes. And so they were putting on a play of the crucifixion, and they had a white Jesus. I was like, oh, here we go. And so here's my issue. If you look at that area of the world, especially during the time period where Jesus existed, then you would know that Jesus was not a white man. So I'm tired of people portraying Jesus as a white man. He wasn't even an Arab man. If you looked at history, the red Arab race, like the Arabs you see now that are like, they look biracial or they're reddish in their skin complexion, they didn't come into those areas until later. So guess what? Jesus was black.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
So you just got to get it straight to the point. And speaking of black people, so during the showcase, during the crucifixion, there was a black woman that was crying in the audience, and she was like crying. She was doing the cross symbol. And I looked at it as like a metaphor for how black people are in the world. We tend to be the most into our religions. We tend to be the most spiritual, the most religious, the most forgiving, but still black people are at the bottom of the totem pole in every area. Isn't that ironic?
That is definitely ironic. And you're right, because we all know it's a play, but she probably just took it to the next level. It's like, oh my God, this is so sad. But like, lady, do you cry every year around this time? At the same play? or are you just emotional this year? So I find it to be odd too. It's like crying but it's like the same thing like when you cry and laugh at the same part of a movie that you like.
Yeah, but I don't think she was enjoying it. She wasn't enjoying it.
No. I said cry or laugh, meaning you got to treat it like a movie. You know how it's going to end, but you still up in arms like, oh no. That's why I don't watch movies. That's what I meant. So every year she's probably crying and doing that same thing because in her eyes she's probably saying, oh no, Jesus is gone. Well, Jesus is gonna be gone next year too. What happened? Oh,
why you saying like
no
that?
filter.
Why you saying like that for, man? Listen, I want to apologize to anybody out there who's Christian. We're not making fun of your religion. We're not making fun of your holy figure.
Did I say something wrong?
I'm just saying, because we over here laughing about the woman crying over dead Jesus. So
who laughing? Not me. No,
So I want to apologize. This is a sincere apology. I'm not gonna laugh after this. Jay Random might laugh, but I'm not gonna laugh.
You know, I thought about it. You laughed, not me. I didn't laugh.
I laughed because of the way you said it. You were
How
just
did I say it though? I don't know how I said it.
you say things with like no emotion. You're not even thinking. Like right now, we on the show. You looking at TV while we are talking. You are looking at TV. That's probably why your attention is wandering so much.
And that's probably why. That's why I said it with no emotion.
Yeah, that's probably why you said no emotion. You probably said, "Oh, cooking channel. Oh, this looks good."
You know what? I think even if I was giving it attention, I think I probably still would have said it like that. It's like, lady, she's gonna be going next year too. She's gonna be going in the gonna be going a year. Yo, Jared, see, you bringing it out of me.
Oh my god.
So listen, I'm giving you my undivided attention. I still sound the same. I think I'm more funnier, dude. You know what? You probably need me to watch TV when we talking about religion. Shoot, continue. What's next?
All right, so continue with the sad stories before we get into some lighter topics.
Yeah, that's definitely
You saw
sad.
this video that was being passed around on social media with the Florida deputies who pepper sprayed and punched a 15-year-old black student at a school. He's allegedly picking up a cell phone of another student who was being arraigned by the cops.
I didn't see it, but I heard it was very disgusting. So, but I didn't see it.
I saw the scene. I saw some pictures.
Okay. Yeah. No. I didn't see it, but I heard it was disgusting. So no, that's sad. That's sad, and it's sad because first of all, he's a kid. Why? And
15.
Yeah. So why do you think as a grown up, a cop or officer, that you got to really put your hands on? I mean, you know, that you got to do something like that, because we all know is a color thing. Because we all know that at the end of the day, if that was Timmy that lived in Trumbull or Greenwich or Darien in Connecticut, you wouldn't do that. Timmy would be all in your face talking about, I want your badge number. F you. You can't do, you know, Timmy's the one that mouthed off to you. And you like, you better get out of here. You better get out of here. But when we don't have to say anything. We just show our face, and you like, oh, what? Boy, you said something. You smiling. You laughing. Or you dropped that. And I just think, seriously, cops like that need to be fired. They need to be fired, number one. We need to hire real cops.
They need to go to jail.
Well, okay,
That's assault.
Yeah. Okay, guess what? It's a cop. Imagine him going to jail for assault. So, you fire him, and then you could do everything else you want to do to him. But I feel like we just need to fire these dirty, scary, racist, white supremacist cops and hire some good cops.
I got you.
What do you think?
Well, it's funny. I agree, but it's funny you mentioned the Timmy thing, how Timmy would not get attacked by the cops, because actually there's this white woman over in Colorado named Michaela Surratt, who is suing a police officer in Colorado for violently taking her down and exposing her buttocks to a crowd of nightclubbers. Ooh. Now, check this out. This woman was going to a bar with her boyfriend. The boyfriend got into a fight with someone, and then the cops came. And the woman ended up assaulting the cops. Like, she's ended up hitting the cops, and the officer allegedly said, she allegedly hit the cops, and the officer allegedly said, please don't do that. He said it multiple times. He said, ma'am, I don't want to throw you on the ground. Please don't do that. And then she didn't listen, and he threw her down on the ground. And so her buttocks was exposed, and she went viral. And now she's suing this police officer for this incident. And the video is all over the place online. And I'm just like, and she got a interview with was it with Good Morning America? Like, she actually got an interview to talk about this. And I'm like, wow, what privilege.
What privilege. And it was all white, I'm assuming. White on white crime?
Yes.
Okay, so white officer, white lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when it's all said and done, she's even lucky he even said, ma'am, leave me alone. Because we don't even get that. And the sad part is, because you and I, we talk about a lot of things. And, I stress that I know every case is different. But so far, I have yet to see a case that wasn't different. They all fit the same status quo when it comes to us and when it comes to them. I seen a video, just like, see, the problem is like you see videos but we don't really know how it really goes down, like unless we're involved in it. But I seen a video when Timmy was basically in the cop face, talking junk to the cop, telling the cop, I'm gonna get you, blah, 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 blah. And the cop was looking at Timmy like, you know what, sir, just calm down. No, you effing calm down, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, first of all, we can't even talk to the cops like that. God forbid I say, hey, excuse me, officer, but I know my rights. And I'm talking to him like in his calm voice. It will be a problem. You know, and that's the sad part, that, you know, people from other races swear that racism doesn't exist or that is better. In reality, it is better, but it still exists too. So, and that's just one case. I'm pretty sure she was drunk, right? She was drunk. Was she drunk?
I'm pretty sure, because it was her birthday and she was at a bar with her boyfriend. So most likely. Yeah,
so there you go. But I mean, still, it doesn't excuse the cop, regardless male or female. Black or white. But that's the problem with them too. They believe that they got the right of way. They got the right to talk junk to the cop, because 9 out of 10, the cop is going to give them more of a leeway per se. Like I seen, this is before I actually got off of IG. I seen a white guy point his gun at the cop and talk trash to the cop. And the cop just said, well, white cop said, sir, please put away your gun. I don't want to arrest you. Can you please just put away your gun? He's like, you effing da. And he's just pointing the gun at the cop. And I'm like, yo, we got shot for telling the cop my gun is in the glove department. You know, so we could talk about this for days. But I say all this to say it's sad, and we as a society have to do better and understand that if this was a retaliation, you didn't do anything by this retaliation. The only thing you did was made more people not like you, not like your nationality. So you're not winning. You gotta find another way. Find another way to get back at the person, at the system.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So that ends the rough stories. We understand that there is definitely a racial disparity when it comes to how cops treat citizens of the United States, and hopefully we can get around to police reform. We can get around to arresting cops. I really think if you punish cops and put them in jail, I really think that you'll start seeing a change, because when people see that they can be punished for something, then they'll change their actions. Look at the black police officer that shot that white lady. I forgot where remember that story? Yes. It was like, but he's getting in trouble.
Huh?
He's getting in trouble.
Yeah, remember that? The lady in a dark alley going to tap on his window in a dark alley. He freaked out and shot her. Boom. But I find it to be real odd that everybody's upset. He gets in trouble but nobody had it but nobody had it on tape. We could bring a tape, 5-7 different angles of that tape to court. We could put it in HD, and the cops still get off.
Yep.
So what's the problem?
Yep. And for those of you out there who are wondering, the officer's name is Mohammed Noor, and he killed an unarmed Australian woman named Justine Damond. So this woman is not even an American citizen, which is interesting.
That's probably why. So then that's it too. You know, sad but true. But when you out of, I guess we can only go by assumptions, and we don't want to depress anybody. So what's the next happy story? We got a happy story to talk about? Let's get it, man.
We got Luke Walton, the former president of the Los Angeles Lakers, and now the coach of the Los Angeles, good catch. The former coach of the Los Angeles Lakers and now the coach of the Sacramento Kings. He's being accused of sexually assaulting a former sports reporter.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she said it happened. She said it happened. I had the date. I was just looking at this. I got so many tabs up on my computer. That's the problem. She said this happened back in, I think, 2014, and now she's coming out about it now, saying that she was afraid to come forward. You know, this story we hear a lot. Not discounting her story and saying that she's telling the untruth, but she said she didn't want to come forward, especially because they worked together. And what happened was she was writing a book and asked him to write the foreword in her book. And so he did. And the alleged assault happened when she went to Luke Walton's hotel to give him a copy of this book back in 2014. And then he grabbed her, held her down, kissed her face, neck, and chest. And she thought he was going to rape her. And then she ran out of the room, and he laughed at her when she begged him to stop. And so
wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. Especially, it's crazy. Like I always say, I don't subscribe to the thing believe women, because there's women out here that tell the untruth. So I subscribe to the idea of listen to women. So listen when these things are happening. Don't just believe people blindly, but we should listen when these things come out. We should look at it, but we should also empower women to take care of business right away, because since it happened such a long time ago, it's very difficult to actually figure out how to possibly prosecute Luke Walton, or how to deal with this case, because there is no proof. It's a he said, she said incident at this point. So
I agree, but you know what? That he said, she said alone could just destroy him.
Yeah, and that's not right, because we don't know. Like, he could be guilty for all we know, but because it happened such a long time ago and there's no proof, well, what can you do?
And that's the thing. You're right. What can you do?
Yeah,
that's the scary part, because it's like, what can you do?
I'll tell you what we can do.
What can we do? What can we do? What can we do?
I realize, switching gears, I realize the woman that's the reason Emmett Till got killed is still alive. And
well, I thought she passed away.
No, she's still alive. Carol Bryant is still alive, and she's still walking around free. I don't care what anybody says. Listen, that lady needs to go to jail. I don't care how old that lady is. If Bill Cosby could go to jail after all these years, we know Carol Bryant lied on Emmett Till, saying that he whistled at her or he said something inappropriate to her, which led to her brother, I think. Well, some people that knew her killing Emmett Till and leaving his face so brutally bruised. And it actually is part of the reason why the civil rights movement was actually sparked in the first place. So Carol Bryant is actually responsible for the deaths of many, many black people, because if it wasn't for... What's up?
So why did we thought she was dead? I thought she was dead. How did we mix that up?
Carolyn Bryant.
No, I'm saying, how do we think that she was dead? I thought...
Because people stopped talking about her.
How old is she now, Jared?
She is
too old.
Yeah, I'm
too
old.
What we gonna do? Put her on house arrest?
She's 85.
Oh, she's 85. Oh, nah, she could get it.
Oh, wait. No, this is a different person. Sorry.
This is a mess.
She's still alive. I know that she's still alive. I just don't know her age.
Okay, she's still alive. You don't know her age.
Oh,
wait, are you?
No. She is 85. Yeah, she's 85.
She's 85, then yeah, she should go to jail. She's 85. If she was 90, I'd be like, nah, just put her on house arrest.
Nah, she should go to jail if she's 90. Let her suffer.
90? Jail?
Yeah. No. Her lie caused the death of an innocent child. She needs to go.
She needs to go?
She needs to go.
Okay. All right, then. Well, guess what, lady? You need to go then. Jay Stokes said you need to go. She need to go. Bye-bye.
All these thugs and all these gangsters out here, this is who you need to talk.
Oh, no, not a 90-year-old lady. What are we saying? What are we saying here? Yo, should we like go to commercial, play a disclaimer? Say, hey, listen, this is the talk of something else. Like, no, listen, old lady. Let me tell you.
I don't advocate for violence or murder. I'm just saying, if you're really a thug or a gangster, you about that life, this is what you would put your energy into, making sure she gets arrested. That's what
arrested. I like that. I like how you cleaned that up. Cause man, don't have any thugs start zoo-wooing on on Twitter. On Twitter, talk about yo, we see her, bag her. Green light, green light, green light. You like what? Green light. Well, what happened to red light? Is it yellow?
Real talk. I mean, that's a demon that's still living right now. That is a demon.
That's crazy. Yeah, she tried to change her name. Yo, she started went to witness protection, the Klan witness protection or something, because it's on now. Jay Stokes just said you still alive. Ooh,
yeah, she got. They gotta deal with her. Like, if I knew where she was,
baby,
I'd make sure she got arrested.
Baby, you in trouble. Jay Stokes gonna put the green light on you.
Yeah, man.
So, but nah, seriously, all just aside, nah, she should be prosecuted, but I'm pretty sure by the time the trial is over, she may be gone. You know, she's 90, or 85, so you know. But hey, I thought the same thing for Bill. Bill's still there. Bill, come on, son. You gotta took care of that. I would have if I was Bill. Come on. I lived a life of luxury. Then now I'm stuck in a cube. I was about to say, people throwing Jello at me. Like, come on. Like, yo, what does my life become? You know, I used to talk about Jello pudding. Now people throwing it in my face. Like, nah, man, I'm good.
SMH.
But nah, seriously, all this aside, no, she should be tried though. Oh, you know the bad part? No, the good part is she will be found guilty. With this day, listen, with this generation, she'll be found guilty. She'll be found guilty in a heartbeat.
I hope so.
Listen, man, they trying to knock down statues that's dead. So.
Well, she a statue. They should knock her down. 85. She a statue. I hope I hope she has every ailment, every ache and pain known to man.
Listen, are we gonna have to edit this?
I hope she falls down the stairs
and do what?
Bruises her collarbone.
Right? Get back up, right?
Bruises her collarbone. So bruise her collarbone. So every time she sneezes, it hurt.
But you do understand that history is already written. Some say history is already written. So if it wasn't for her, it wasn't her or Emmett, it would have been someone else. Somebody else would have started this damn chain event.
Well, guess what? That somebody was her. So she need to get dealt with.
Yes, sir.
Dang, dealt with, son?
I hope she walk outside, trip on a skateboard.
And then get back up, right?
Nah, and then fall and break her tailbone.
And then get back up, right?
I hope she just stay on the ground. I hope she's confined to a wheelchair.
She's 85, man. We can't be talking like that. No, 80, no, about it.
Then I hope she goes to surgery and they forget to operate on her tailbone and they accidentally operate on her ear. And then she goes deaf in one ear.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh. I'm glad I ain't wronged you. Woo.
And then I hope because she was deaf, she walks to a wall and then all her teeth fall out.
Damn, so you just want her to suffer. You just want her to suffer. That sound like white people with their old dog who should have died like 7 years ago and the dog's still alive with one tooth and the tongue hanging out and he can't shut his mouth.
Oh yeah, and the tongue hanging out the side.
The dog looking like kill me already. And she's like, no, Pooch, you gonna be here for another 4 years. Pooch like, oh hell no. Yo, we are cutting.
Every time the dog trying to run away, get hit by a car, he keep bringing it back into the house.
I know. Like, yo, we cutting up tonight. Whoever gonna listen to this show, they gonna be like, either the news is slow or they cutting up tonight. Dang, we cutting up, son. We cutting up, cousin. We are definitely cutting up. But yeah, so but on a serious note, she is the reason why she did start the training events.
Yeah, she did.
But one good thing that she did, one good thing that came out of this is that it started the civil rights movement. Prior to that, black people was just dealing with it, and that's the sad part. So, that alone, I think gave black people the strength and the power and the ambition to say, I'm not going to take it anymore.
That's very true. That's very, very true.
It's not funny how we could go from joking to seriousness.
Hey, that's a good balance. You know how it is, Libra gang.
All day,
All
every
about
day.
the scales, all about that balance. So, speaking of cutting up, it seems like WNBA gonna be cutting that check pretty soon because, well, somebody's gonna be cutting the check to the WNBA because CBS Sports Network actually agreed to a multi-year deal with the WNBA so they can show the games on there. So the WNBA is going to get more viewership, and it's hoped that because of this viewership, more people are going to buy into the games, and then they can get more money out of it. And as a result of that, the players can get paid more.
That's great, man. Because they deserve to get paid more. Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
So I don't know if I'm pretty sure you actually heard or read back when the NCAA women's tournament was going on, and the coach for Notre Dame was basically, she wasn't ranting, but she was just basically saying, listen, there's not a lot of women coaches in the WNBA. There's no women coaches at all in the NBA. So why can't just all women coach in the WNBA? And I said, you know what? She has a point. At first I was like, dang, well, that's not right. But then I'm like, she has a point. Her point is basically saying, dang, can we have something? Because y'all won't let us, into your game. Exactly. You know, because I'm pretty sure that's all basically what she was saying. It was like, listen, if you're not going to, if you're blatantly not going to hire women coaches in the NBA, then why, or not even the NBA, in college basketball, then why are you taking our jobs? So what do you feel about that? On what she was saying?
I feel she has a point, but there has to be multiple things that come into play here. Number one, there has to be a desire for women to coach these teams. So what I mean by that is, do the players feel comfortable being coached by women, right? How do the players feel about that? Do some of the players feel more comfortable around male coaches? Because stereotypically, male coaches tend to be rougher and all that, yada, yada, yada. Number two, does the supply meet the demand? So if this woman is saying we demand more women coaches, more female coaches, are there enough female coaches to fill these spots?
Gotcha. I hear what you're saying.
Qualified female coaches to fill these spots.
Boom, you said it. Qualified. And who knows? I mean, everybody needs a chance.
Yes, everybody does need a chance. But I always say with any marginalized group, just because you're marginalized, yes, visibility is key, but you have to have quality representation, because if you don't, then everybody's going to look at you like, oh, you represent this group and you're not doing a good job. Here's a perfect example. Let's say you're at a company and they're saying, we want to hire more women to do these jobs at this company, right? And so they're like, yeah, we need the representation. So they're like, okay, so they hire a bunch of women at this company, but the women end up bringing the company under because they can't do the job correctly. So you didn't get qualified women in order to handle that position. And because of that, it hurts the company. So you need to get qualified people that'll be able to do it. So even though you're demanding this, that's my take on it. But I like the idea, though. The idea, I think, is good because women are more than capable of doing what men can do in terms of having these opportunities and doing well in these opportunities. Women are more than capable of coaching well, even better than men in a lot of cases. It just depends on the person. It depends on the individual. Women are more than capable of occupying high positions of power and doing better than men at these high positions. At the end of the day, we're all human. I think where the difference comes into play, and I think I mentioned this on a show way back when, is the estrogen and the testosterone thing. Women, more than likely, unless they have a hormonal imbalance or their body makeup is different, on average, they're going to have more estrogen. With estrogen comes more stereotypical characteristics of women, being more emotional, being more in tune with their body, right? With men on average have more testosterone. So what does testosterone bring? More aggression, more sexual, I guess, promiscuity, I would say. It brings out a different energy. So that's what separates the two sexes, men and women, male, female. And with that being said, that shows men and women are not the same. The way we're wired, the way we think can be different a lot of times. But I do believe that women can and should occupy these high spaces because they can do a great job, better than men, just as good as men.
I totally agree. You know, and that's the thing. So that's why when she said that, I was like, at first I was taken aback. I was like, hey, wait a minute. We talking about basketball? Or we talking about women's rights? And I said, you know what? She has a point. You know, it's only right. Like, listen, you know, if you're gonna only keep us in this box, then okay, then can we all just control this box? Can we all control this narrative? You know,
right.
Don't just come in and take my job, but then I can't go. You know, basically like, don't come over here on my side of the grass, you know, step all on it. But the minute I try to step on your grass, you got a problem.
Exactly. I agree.
So, okay, cool. Well, hey, listen, man, can you believe the show is over?
Yeah, that half an hour went out the window real fast. One last thing I wanted to mention since we're on basketball, because you know the 76ers are my favorite team in the world. And so we beat the Brooklyn Nets, which is cool. But a little fun fact, Jimmy Butler, one of the forwards for the 76ers, he actually had an Easter egg hunt recently. And in this Easter egg hunt, he gifted employees with huge items like PS4, with money. Let me get the actual thing so I can yeah. He treats the 76ers business ops staff to an Easter egg hunt at the training complex with prizes and candy. And this happened, I believe, today. And so it was a delayed Easter egg hunt, but he gave a lot of great prizes, and I really think that was a great thing for him to do to the staff. And I'm hoping because of that, he decides to stay on the team because he's going to be a free agent this summer. And I hope Jimmy Butler decides to stay with the team because, woo, Sixers are looking pretty good. And I think if we get some time to gel together, we're going to definitely be a title contending squad.
I agree. I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest. That's nice. That's definitely nice. And he didn't have to. Just like I commend Russell Wilson for getting that big contract and turn around and buy all of his linemen stocks in Apple. I'm sorry, not Apple, Amazon. That's dope. That's dope. When you think about it, like, I'm buying you stocks, and there's $12,000 worth of stock in Amazon. So dang. That right? I'm telling you, people don't understand, man. It's all about residual. It's okay to, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, if they're smart, it's going to be worth so much money in 10 years, in 20 years. Because Amazon's not going anywhere.
Right.
You know, I mean, Walmart's going to leave before Amazon.
Yeah.
But guess what? I guess we could say the same thing about Kmart. Nobody thought Kmart was going anywhere. Now look at them. But you know what? Let's be honest. People should have known Kmart was going somewhere once Sears brought them. Look at Sears now. Shame on Sears. Yo, you dirty, man. You know what? On that note, let's end this show before we get sued and everybody's.
Blog Talk, come back to get us from the grave.
You know it.
Blog Talk Radio, come back to get us from the grave. All right, it's been real, cuz.
Yes, always.
I apologize to anybody I offended out there, except for Carolyn Bryant. I hope you suffer slowly. You witch.
I hear you though, man. It is what it is, man. Talk your talk. Bring that same energy.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm about to go get some dinner. It's that time. Deuces.
It's real.
All right, take it easy.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.